Jabroni, Jabronixyz, Oh, it doesn't matter, you spell jabroni.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Two Jabronis with a Wrestling Podcast. BJ Cruz here with my tag team partner, the man whose one-year anniversary gift cost me $10, the incomparable Jeremy Loss. Jay, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
I got
this
you.
Is different now. We got the video pod going. It's like it's throwing me off.
We do, yeah. I got you two crisp $5 bills to pay for the WWE Network. I hope that's acceptable. Our one-year anniversary is coming up. We are brought to you, of course, by the Blue Wire Network and our friends over at Bet Online. More on them a little later, but enough small talk and banter. We've got some very, very special guests on, so let's get right to it. It's time for the main event.
Just a whole bunch of stash going on right now.
And for this week's main event, we're bringing on two legends. Not necessarily in the wrestling world, which I'm sure you're completely thrilled about since you're listening to a wrestling podcast, but in the gambling world, second to none, these dudes. Two of our bros from our Bleacher Report days. We've got Mike Vernon and Mike DeNevi. I'm sorry, I used your government names. Drop the actual names. Sorry.
You got Mikey Locks here. All I do is slang hammer locks. We're going to give you some winners for WrestleMania. And we both have mustaches right now, so I'm essentially Luigi Locks, and you got Mario over here, Bernstradamus.
I'll take Mario. I'm Bernstradamus. I can see the future. Cruz, you just doxed us now. The whole world knows who we are.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Also,
That's probably for the best.
With these mustaches, it's totally fine.
It's about time, honestly. Also, just for everyone wondering why we're making a lot of mustache references, this is the first attempt at a video podcast. So I don't know how much of this is going to be usable, because we might have to, I don't know. Again, there's a lot of stash, and I don't know if everyone's screens can handle all of it. But if you're just listening on the podcast version, consider yourself a little lucky. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We brought these two gentlemen on because, believe it or not, there may not be any live sports, as our friends over at Bet Online know very, very well. But WrestleMania 36 is happening, and it's this weekend. So we've got betting odds for WrestleMania 36, and and we're gonna go through them all as a little foursome. So this is what we're gonna do, and some backstory, I guess, a little bit as well for the LockyTown guys. They're not huge wrestling fans, so I mean, I'll let you guys speak for yourself. If you had to rate your wrestling knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you guys got?
I've been around a lot of experts in my life, and I'm like a sponge, especially when it comes to gambling. I feel like my whole life has been leading up to this one moment when there's no Masters, there's no opening day, there's no March Madness, but WrestleMania is like coming, out of the abyss, and it is on the mountaintop, and is all we have. And this is the one moment where all the knowledge I've soaked up is going to be applied. I feel great about it. Can I tell you Brock Lesnar, where he's from, his tendencies? No, but I'll tell you who's going to win, and I'll tell you who the lock is.
So what's the number?
Yeah, that was a long-winded answer with no response.
What's the number?
The number's going to be, I'll give it a 1.5 out of 10.
Excellent. All right. Vern, what do you got?
All right. I'm giving myself a 2.
Ooh, a little half point over.
I don't know much.
Okay.
I also am around a lot of pros. I hear a lot of names. I'm Jewish. Goldberg, that's got to work. There's got to be connection there.
We're off to a banging start here. So this is what we're going to do.
This is going to be great.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to go through the betting odds on the entire card, and we're going to let the LockyTown dudes make their prediction based on the betting odds, and we're going to have them make some guesses as to why that is. And then Jeremy and I will try to step in and kind of straighten it out, and in essence give a little bit of our WrestleMania 36 preview, but in a bit of a different fashion. We're sure you're getting enough of those regular straight talk previews, but we wanted to do it in a nice little fun way. All right, Jay, where do you want to start with them?
Let's start with the main event. So let's go with the WWE Championship. It's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Brock is plus 225. Drew McIntyre minus 350.
All right. So are we assuming everyone here knows what minus 350 means, or should I give a brief
Give a brief rundown.
Brief
rundown.
Ferocious rundown.
I will be brief and ferocious. Minus 350 means you have to bet $350 to win 100. That means they're a big favorite. So the further away you get into the negatives or the minus, the bigger favorite you are. Plus 225 means you bet 100, you get 225. So when there's a plus sign, it's like a multiplier, 2.25x multiplier of your bet.
There it is.
So did that make sense? Was that ferocious?
Ferocious.
I like it. Yeah, go ahead. All right, who's going first?
Okay, that's right. Mikey, take it away.
I think Brock Lesnar avenges the unprompted murder of Eric Rowan's Spider and holds off the title for another babyface. I mean, maybe he declares himself the Spider King and it's topical, but what will happen is probably that Drew McIntyre wins in WWE's weirdest crowning of a new top guy. That was Emily Pratt from Up Rocks. I just Googled the best I could. Hey, no, I'll be real with you. My actual pick, if you're going to give me almost 2.5 to 1 on Brock Lesnar, who played defensive end for the Minnesota Vikings.
Great knowledge. I like it.
Absolute beefcake, stud muffin. I'm taking Brock at 2 to 1. Drew McIntyre, can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you remember what number Brock wore for the Vikings?
69, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Do you have that? Do either of you have that jersey? If not, I would be a little bit upset.
No, but we've discussed getting them.
No,
okay. That'd be dope.
I hate
what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna make one bet on this podcast today, and if Vern and I lose, we'll buy you each a 69 Lesnar jersey, and it's probably TBD on. We're not gonna lose, but if we were to win, you guys would get us a gift. TBD on that gift.
Sure.
We got an hour. We got an hour to figure it out.
We do. All right.
What's the deal?
Vern?
I'm gonna go quick here. Mikey Locks just gave you the sucker bet of the century. If a name like Brock Lesnar, like I don't know much about wrestling as we know, but if Brock Lesnar is a 2 to 1 underdog, it makes me think they're just begging you to take Lesnar. I think that's a sucker bet. The real diehards here know that Drew McIntyre is going to bring this home. You bet on Drew. Guys, straighten us out.
So, Vern, you hit the nail on the head. Drew is 1,000% going over in this match, and it's not because Brock Lesnar wore 69. It's because he's the next it guy. He's the guy who's going to carry the company into the next phase, or at least the next year. I mean, I'm sure Brock's going to come back, take the title in some sneaky fashion, but in this weird time, Drew will be taking the title from Brock Lesnar. That's why he's so heavily favored.
Yeah, and this is when Brock usually takes like his vacation. Like he'll wrestle WrestleMania and then take like 2-3 months off. So put the belt on Drew McIntyre, let him have it for a few months, and then Brock comes back before SummerSlam. So yeah, Drew McIntyre is the winner here.
There it is. All right, let's move on to the
0 for 1, Mikey.
All right, so the Universal Championship is the other title, obviously, the other main title on the line at WrestleMania. It's actually not official yet, but it's pretty much official according to like the dirt sheets and you know all the rumors and stuff. So we've got the defending champion Goldberg, the aforementioned Bill Goldberg, taking on Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. Bill Goldberg at plus 155 to retain, Braun Strowman at minus 220 to be the new champion. Guys, explain it for us.
They want a new champion. It's pretty clear here from the line. Minus 220. They don't want to make it too obvious that the new champion's coming. You know, they would probably put that at minus 400, which it actually should be.
It's not wrestling.
You're getting
$2.
You're getting $2 in value. No, I mean, essentially it is. It's $2 in value here. You take Braun Strowman and you go cash in. That's it.
I love the Brown bet. I love it. Look, Goldberg is like if David Lee was returned to the NBA. I don't even know if he's retired and was just gifted a free shot at the NBA Finals. Okay?
Nobody knows what you're talking about. I would cut it.
No, what do you mean? David Lee goes to the NBA Finals for free? Like, that's some bullshit. That's what happened with Goldberg. He has no business being in this match. I love minus 220.
I thought you were going to take
quick 100.
I thought you were going to take your fellow brother.
No, I'm going for the money in his honor and in all of our honor.
There you go. All right, so real quick before we drop our prediction, if you guys had to guess how tall Braun Strowman is, what are you guys thinking? Each of you, go ahead.
Sounds German.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5,
6, 7.
Both good guesses. Both very wrong. But
he's just normal height. Is he like a 6-footer?
He's huge.
No, he's like 6'5", 6'6".
He's a really big dude. He's a really big dude.
Everything is coming up. Vernstradamus here.
Yeah, he's huge. So I will say I actually do think he's going to win. For the uninformed, obviously Roman Reigns used to be in this spot. He is pulled out due to medical reasons, and completely agree with that decision. I do think there's no way Goldberg can retain. I think people will riot. Obviously, there's no crowd, which I guess maybe they could flip things and keep the title on him because, again, who's going to boo? Nobody. But I do think Braun is walking out of there. We're walking out of there with 2 new main event champions. Jay, what do you think?
See, I disagree. I think this is where they keep the belt on Goldberg so that they can have the Goldberg-Roman match at SmackDown in a couple weeks. Like, Goldberg doesn't have to show up on TV. So, like, he can win and then just disappear for a few weeks and then come back when everything clears up and him and Roman can have their match. And then that's when he loses it.
Wow.
I don't think he loses it to Braun.
Wow. Okay.
What kind of medical reasons?
He had leukemia.
Yeah, so he had leukemia,
shit.
And so he is immunocompromised, and with everything going on, he decided he made the right choice, for himself and his family. For sure. So, but yeah, that being said, that just happened a few days ago, and that's why Braun is again. This is actually not official yet, and I'm sure they're going to make it official on Friday, and they'll provide some reasoning. But from every report out there, it should be Braun taking on Goldberg for the Universal title. All right.
Ooh, now I like Jay's prediction there. They just want the storyline.
It's very good. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. So we love the differences around here. All right, let's move on real quick. Jay, hit him with the Raw Women's Championship competitors and betting odds.
So we have Shayna Baszler as the favorite at minus 180, and Becky Lynch, the champ, is underdog at plus 140.
Yo, is what do you say? Baszler? Is that how you say it? Baszler?
Yeah,
Baszler.
Baszler.
She's got to be a heel, right? Becky Lynch is kind of goatish.
She's 100% a heel.
Shayna is the heel in this.
Yeah, I'm taking the heel. You gotta have some drama. The fans won't be there. You gotta mix it up and get a heel going here, especially early. Is this a Saturday night fight or a Sunday night fight?
Oh, that's actually a good question.
That's a good question because I don't know if they've actually set the.
It's a match.
I don't know if they've set the days yet.
Whatever the day is, give me Shayna. Big lead.
Any day, all day. Okay, I like it.
Real quick, the world needs their heroes. Becky Lynch, love it. Plus odds, I'm in.
It's fantastic reasoning. I'm actually shocked at the odds on this. I thought Becky would be the favorite, or at least even. I was expecting even odds because I genuinely don't know who's going to win. I mean, I think it would be a really bold move to put Baszler over, which is why her being the favorite again is just a little bit shocking. I thought Becky would retain, and maybe down the line Shayna would take the belt from her. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is time for Becky to lose the belt. This never occurred to me that she would be the underdog, if I'm being honest.
This is an interesting gambling thing here. When you expect a team to be the favorite and they show up as the underdog.
Is there a term for that? Like, talk us through that. What is that?
I normally stay away from the team I thought would be the favorite in that instance. You say that line stinks. Something's up. They know something we don't. And therefore, you would go with Shayna in that.
Interesting.
See, I would do the opposite. I like to gamble.
but
would I not? I like to gamble with my heart. So if you think that Becky's going to be even money or the favorite, and she's coming in at a number at like plus 140, it might move up to plus 180, whatever it is, then you're getting, 40 free cents on the dollar. You hammer that. If that's what you think, you hammer it. You're always like, oh, Vegas is trying to trick us. Here's my tip to everyone
paranoid.
Gambler. Bet with your heart, do not bet with your head.
Awful gambling advice. That's what we say at LockyTown. So Mikey's right on that, but real gambling advice, I don't know.
Yeah, real gambling advice.
Jay, what are your thoughts on this match? I'm a little surprised.
I actually like Shayna in this one. I think with Becky having her moment last year, I think now is the time to have her drop the belt.
Okay.
And they've been pushing Shayna pretty hard since she came up from NXT. Obviously, she ran through the Elimination Chamber without any issues. So I think now is the time to have Shayna win the belt and get Becky in the place where she's chasing again, where she's like one of the best. Right now, as a champ, she's kind of grown stale as a character. So if you have her chase, it refreshes her character a little bit, and then you have a monster heel at the top for them to go after. So I like Shayna here.
God. All right, guys, question for you on Shayna Baszler. Who is her real-life friend in the MMA world? Like one of her best friends? Little crossover. Yes. Who said that?
That was your boy, obviously. My wife used to work for the WWE.
Oh, that's right.
I got connections, so look out for me.
That is true. All right, guys, moving on to this is a big match. Big match, guys. Last man standing match. You guys know what that means? No, wait. Okay. Last man standing match.
Blood feud.
Very good. Absolutely. It is a blood feud. We've got the returning Edge taking on one of his actual best friends in real life in the company, Randy Orton. We've got Edge at minus 500, Randy Orton at plus 300. Going back to something Denevi said, it is a blood feud. Can you guys guess why this is a blood feud? Take your best guess at it.
Sex.
Close.
It's close.
I was also going to say sex.
All right. Well, that can go a lot of different ways. No.
Seems like it was sex.
I guess I'll start there. No.
Why else would they be fighting?
That's true. That's how most feuds. Actually, funny thing you guys say that. That is the reason why Edge had another blood feud years ago with another superstar. So that's actually not the worst guess. Not the case here, but I'll let that go. All right, guys. Edge minus 500, Randy Orton plus 300. What's the bet we're taking?
Mikey.
I want to hear did you answer what the feud was about?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. That's my fault. So basically, Edge returned at the Royal Rumble, okay? And him and Randy Orton back in the day, back before Edge. So let me go back even more. A little more backstory. Edge had to retire 9 years ago because of a neck injury. He had some serious stuff going on. There were leading up to the Royal Rumble, there were some rumors that he may be coming back. Eventually did make his return at the Royal Rumble. Huge return. Huge pop, huge cheer. Looked amazing in the ring. He actually eliminated Orton, despite them. They had worked together years ago. They were a tag team. All this good stuff. Edge comes back the Raw after Royal Rumble, gets viciously attacked by Randy Orton out of nowhere. Steel chair to the head, and this progressed over the weeks. This really took a turn, became an official blood feud when Randy Orton RKO'd Edge's wife.
Oh, wow.
So now...
So kinda.
Now,
is RKO a sex move or is it... I'm joking. Okay, let's get into our picks. Hey, I'm taking Edge. Edge is coming back with a vengeance. I think the odds back that up. There's something that Vegas knows. There's something that Edge knows. He's not losing this match, especially after the wife incident. I mean, I wouldn't lose that match.
You can't have Ryan Shazier come back, have his wife get punked, and then not win. He's winning. Was that too far?
That was a good
How
connection.
often do you guys hit these lines that are like, when you see a minus 500, how often are you guys betting on that?
That's a good question.
Never.
I personally I'm not opposed.
You're not, because you're a chalk eating weasel. But what actually you should do here is if people out there actually feel very strongly about Edge, and you're like, Edge is a lock, but you don't want to pay 500 to win 100. You don't want to pay 50 to win.
You smell that?
10.
What
are you smelling?
A little
With
little
the
parlay.
rocket cooking?
Little parlay.
No, exactly. You do a money line parlay. So you take Edge at minus 500, and you might take someone we talked about earlier, maybe a Drew McIntyre at minus 350.
Ooh, I like this.
Then you parlay them both together because you think they're both kind of pretty much locks. And you'll probably, on that one, if you took a minus 500 and minus 350, you'll probably get paid out about minus 250, minus 200. So you'll get that way down from where they were. You might actually throw a third in there, which is what I would suggest. And maybe we find that third.
Oh, I
like this parlay.
I like that.
So they
That's
all
a
have
good
to
parlay.
win in order to get paid out.
Right. Yeah. Wow. I was not expecting the parlay this early, but I'm glad it came about. I'm very, very excited about this. All right, Jay, let's hit him with the next one. Why don't you talk about the NXT Women's Championship match?
So we have Rhea Ripley as the favorite, which is shocking, at minus 175 against Charlotte Flair, who is the greatest women's wrestler of all time, at plus 135. I'm really shocked at these odds. I was expecting Charlotte to be the favorite. What do you guys think?
This is like getting plus money with Tom Brady at home. You take Charlotte Flair, and that's all. You don't think twice about it.
Wow.
We're not overthinking it. I reached out to my guy, Knopf. Some call him Knopf the Narc. He's an expert. Charlotte Flair is what he told me. We're going with Charlotte.
Real quick, can you guys guess who Charlotte Flair's famous dad is?
Ric
Flair. Woo!
There it is. Ric Flair.
That was too easy.
It was. I just needed
Vern
to make
didn't
sure.
know. For the record, Vern didn't know. Look at his face. Look how stupid he looks. I know for you on audio, I wish you could see how stupid his dumb face looks.
Yeah, you guys will have to pull up the video for that one. I'll take a screenshot of it. Just to touch on this real quick, I'm not too shocked that Rhea is the favorite here because I do think Charlotte is on this tour of like putting people over, and I think Rhea, that they've strapped a rocket to her. I think that she is the next star of the women's division, and getting over on Charlotte at WrestleMania, that's huge. So that's why I do think I would have predicted her without these odds. These odds just kind of confirm my prediction from before. I'm
just not 100% sure that like Charlotte is ready to put somebody over on this stage. Like,
I think she's done it all, man. Like, what else does she need?
I mean, she can run NXT for a little bit again.
I mean, she could still go there, but I think Rhea getting the shine, especially on this weird Mania, would be a good thing. All right, so we've got a couple of matches that have less stakes. So let's run through these quickly. But I do want you guys to guess. Well, let's just go. All right, so I'm going to
guess. No, yeah. I don't guess. First of all,
right. So next up, we've got Aleister Black minus 550 taking on Bobby Lashley at plus 325. I want to play this game with you guys. One of these guys is black. One of these guys is white. Who is who?
Bobby's black.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take Bobby.
I knew that.
All right,
I'm a wrestling fan, so I knew that.
That's fair. All right, yeah. Aleister Black at minus 550. Bobby Lashley at plus 325. You were right, by the way, Denevi. Great job.
I know that because I'm a wrestling fan.
Of course. So, what do we got? Minus 550 for Aleister Black, plus 325 for Lashley. Where are we going?
Get Aleister the hell out of here. Bobby Lashley getting some real nice odds at essentially 3-1 with a little bit juice on that.
A little sprinkle on that.
I'm taking Bobby on a sprinkle. Don't hammer it, right? Do not hammer this. When you have these high odds, you just give a little sprinkle. So we're taking Bobby. Throw 10 on it. You win $32.50, and we'll go home.
You do look for these value bets where you get a plus 300 or so. That being said, I'm going to parlay Aleister with someone else. Also, someone in Harry Potter, pretty sure was named Aleister. So I'm leaning that direction.
Okay. Was not expecting that reference today. Jay, why don't we hit him with the next match on the card?
King Corbin, who won the King of the Ring a few months ago, so that's why he's called King Corbin, who actually played in the NFL against Elias. Both, it's a push at minus 120.
I'll jump in here. I did talk to an expert, a source, before coming on this pod, and that person said King Corbin, lock of the century. Vince loves to shit on his fans. He wants the ultimate heel moment. This is one of those. We love the king here.
Wow. That's actually great
It's
knowledge.
actually a good bet.
Yeah, it's actually
that was convincing. I'm also going to take the king. There's one thing about me. There's one thing like one of the golden rules of gambling is if you have a buddy who says I have a source that tells me XYZ and that XYZ is a lock, you always take it. You have to give blind faith. And then if you lose, you blame it on them. If you win, you can brag to everyone and said, no, I actually knew that.
I had this great source.
I had this source, yeah.
Is there any chance you're going to reveal who this source is? I'm actually getting kind of interested.
Sounds like
he's been on the podcast. Nope, not off the narc.
Oh.
Larson. Larson.
The legend. Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
the legend.
All right. And
legend.
One more match before we go to break or I read the ad. We've got Otis, one name only, taking on Dolph Ziggler. Otis is favored at -170. Dolph Ziggler at +130. This is part of a little love triangle for the uninformed. Obviously, Mandy Rose is in the middle of this, and she decided to side with Dolph Ziggler for now. But maybe things are swinging because Otis is favored. What do we think, guys?
Dolph. It's Dolph Ziggler. I mean,
do we think who fills out the spandex better?
Well, okay,
Otis.
So this is my guessing game. One of these guys is he's a little bit of a chunkier dude, could play offensive line in the NFL. The other, extremely ripped, very athletic, long blonde hair. Who is who?
Are you talking about Dolph Lundgren or
Dolph's got the hair?
Yes, correct. All right, Vern got it.
I'll take
Otis is very, very thick. He's a thick man.
That was a quick Google. I'm really impressed with that, Denevi. Sorry, what was someone was going with Dolph?
Yeah,
Dolph.
we're going Dolph.
Oh,
just because it sounds like Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah,
who's a personal hero of mine.
Yeah, that's Otis.
Yeah, that's Otis.
That is him right there. I do think
pictures.
I think Otis is going over. I think Mandy Rose is about to leave Dolph Ziggler for Otis, and we're gonna get. I think that's gonna get her even more over. Otis is already super over, so I think that'll
be a Mandy Rose babyface turn.
Yeah, and I think that maybe this is part of her and Sonya kind of splitting up. Sonya sides with Dolph. I don't know.
I like it.
Look, and Vernon.
Do you think it's weird
that
she hooks up with both of these guys?
Well, I don't want to go that far, but there was a little dating thing that happened on Valentine's Day. Otis left heartbroken.
Oh my God!
Let's just let's put it that way.
Okay.
All right. Let's move on real quick. So we got the rest of the card. This is a long card, by the way, gentlemen. It's a 2-night event. They like to frame it that it's too big for one night. In actuality, the live version got canceled. So they had to move to a taped version. This has all actually been taped, by the way, which is insane. No spoilers have been leaked yet, which is even more insane.
Is it taping tonight?
I think it taped last week. I think some of it taped last week. I don't know if they taped everything, but I do think some of it was taped last week. All right, Jed, let's hit him with the Intercontinental title odds.
So we have Sami Zayn at -200 versus Daniel Bryan at +150.
Fern, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I don't really want these picks that I said anymore. I'm going to go get scoops, and I'm going to bet on the scoops. There's got to be someone who can be bought. But if in case somebody can't be bought and they can't get these picks for free and then get rich, I'm taking Daniel Bryan. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Come on, Bruce. Yes.
We're all in on Daniel Bryan.
Obviously on Daniel Bryan. I will say I'm going to keep my book up now, just 24 hours a day. If those picks leak, just get it right in before the site takes it down.
Honestly, that's the other thing. Real quick,
you got to be fast.
If there's other you can get odds from multiple books, right? You can go to Bet Online, friend of the pod. You can go to Bovada. You can go to Caesars, whatever it may be, and you can see the different lines. If there's one book that has, say, Daniel Bryan at -150 when he's +150 everywhere else, that should be a sign to you that you should go hammer Daniel Bryan because they might know something. That's all I'll say.
Interesting. I like that. Look at the strategy here. I'm a little surprised Sammy is favored in this match because I do think they got to do something. They got to do something more with Daniel Bryan than what they've been doing. with him storyline wise. I know this match kind of came about last minute. Obviously, he qualified for this match last week when Drew Gulak beat Shinsuke Nakamura. But I think the odds, I think they're trying to throw you off here a little bit. I'm going Daniel Bryan, Jay. What do you got?
Same. I think Daniel Bryan wins. He's been on a hot streak. I don't trust them to book Sami Zayn correctly. So, Daniel Bryan.
Shots fired. That was.
Can I ask you guys one question?
Of course.
What we like to do on the LockyTown pod, download, listen, 5 stars. Love you all. We do one hammerlock either per week or per night or whatever it is. What is your one? So it might not be Daniel Bryan, but what is your one? This will be to you two. What is your one absolute hammerlock that you would put both kidneys on, put the mortgage on? You will absolutely hammer. Think about that as we go through, and if you need to go back at the end,
I don't
definitely
think.
do.
I have one right now.
I don't think mine is
one hammerlock, and I'm gonna fucking mortgage it.
Mine hasn't come up yet, but I know what it is. That's a great call. We're gonna talk hammerlock at the end of the card. All right, let's move on real quick. Ooh, this is interesting. So guys, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it only five women in this match?
Yeah, it's a 5-pack challenge.
It's a 5-pack challenge. Not sure what that means. If someone has a 5-pack, that means they'd be doing abs incorrectly.
Yeah, they're just making shit up now.
So for the
the
SmackDown Women's Championship, okay, so we have the champion Bayley defending against her best friend Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Naomi, and Tamina. Now let me read down the odds. Sasha Banks favored in this at +100. Bayley followed up or next up on that at +125. Lacey Evans at +400. Naomi at +650. And Tamina at an astronomical +3,300.
What are you even doing there, Tamina? Why are you in this?
I mean,
You shouldn't be in.
We've all asked that question.
Sprinkle.
That's
Why not
actually a
sprinkle
great
on
question.
Tamina? Why not?
No.
We should sprinkle?
No.
What-
You're wasting your
you-
money.
You put
Tamina's got no
$100 on
business.
it.
She's got no business being in the ring.
You're right. I'm taking Bayley. Bayley's a lock.
Ooh,
Yep.
Okay, defending it. Great. All right.
I like Bayley too because not the favorite, but close.
One of these people from the Bay Area. One of these 5. Can we guess?
Lacey Evans.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Bayley.
Correct. Actually, the way she spells her name is
B-A-Y.
BAYLEY.
Because the Bay.
Because
Yeah.
she's actually from San Jose, from my neck of the woods. So
Our neck of the woods. Thank
our
you.
neck of the woods. That's right, Denevi. I forgot.
South Bay locks. That's what they call me down there.
That's right. Yeah, I've heard that at Safeway. I'm going with Sasha Banks. I think this is the beginning of their feud. I think this is the beginning of her and Bayley just having a blood feud, if you will. Which I forgot who dropped that term earlier. It was great. But I'm going with Sasha. I think that's the right call here, Jay.
I'm with you. I mean, we'd all want to see Sasha turn heel, but I think they're trying to turn her babyface because they want to keep Bayley heel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's Sasha.
I'm down to sprinkle on Tamina though. I do like the idea of
That's what I'm
sprinkling.
saying. You just give a little sprinky dink, dude.
You know,
you put $1 on and you win $33. Like,
it's like Kevin from The Office. Whenever somebody gives you 10,001 odds, you always
have to take
that bet.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's right. That's a great reference. That's an elite reference.
Everyone gives you 33 to hunt. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
So I'm gonna. I'm moving on now to the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. We've got a 3-way match here. So 6 dudes in the ring, 3 teams. Isn't this a ladder match, Jay, or no? Is this just a regular match?
It might be. I'm not sure though. Not 100% sure.
In any case, these odds are all messed up because. So let me read them out and then let me tell you why it's messed up. So first we have the defending champions, The Miz and John Morrison. Okay, defending champions at +100. We've got the Usos at +125. They're Roman Reigns' cousins. And we have the New Day at +300. The issue with these odds, guys, I don't know if this is gonna sway your pick, is that The Miz, I don't think is in this match because he was sick at a taping, showed up at said taping sick, which actually is part of the reason why Roman Reigns pulled out of WrestleMania as a whole. That I'll leave that as is. So I don't know how.
What?
I don't know how they've done this.
Stay
but
home.
These odds, exactly. Please stay home. These odds I think are a little funky. Or they taped this while Miz was sick, which is I can't even fathom that. So with all that information, what do you make of these odds?
Can I just get a clarification? Are we going with the tag team, the three-way, or the raw dog on this one? Because those are the three that you mentioned, right? Are those not three separate matches? You said it. I'm repeating it.
This is one match. One match. All of these guys are in the ring at the same time. There's three teams.
The tag team.
Tag team.
I got a lock here.
Okay. Let me clarify for Denevi real quick. Miz and Morrison are one team. Usos are another. New Day are the third team. So that's who's vying for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. I'll now throw it over to Vern, who has a lock. Is that what I hear?
Yeah. So you don't want to take underdogs in basically every time. We can't keep going down and saying, "Oh, I like the underdog. I like the underdog." You got to choose your spots, and this is one of those spots that I absolutely love. If you're watching on the video, they're right here. We love the New Day.
Wow.
The New Day. I don't know much about wrestling. I know these guys. I love them. I absolutely love them. They're a fan favorite. They're coming in plus 300.
While
We're playing trumpets all the way to the bank.
While you have that picture up, can you name all three of them? Pull the camera up to your camera. Try to name them all. I don't care if you have any idea.
Kofi.
Ooh, okay. That seemed like a guess, but you're actually.
That's all I got. No, I know one of them is Kofi. I used to send out some WWE push notifications. So.
That's fair. And he's the WWE champion in that picture that you just showed. So
I love those guys. They're awesome.
They're incredible. Denevi, do you have?
Will you ride with me?
Are you? Oh.
Go.
Absolute hammer lock. Look at these dudes. My guys. I mean, imagine betting against the Usos. I can't, but maybe Vern can because he's a suckbag loser. So Usos are your hammer lock. That's my hammer lock for the whole tournament. Usos.
Wow. The hammer lock coming out for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Los, I'll throw it over to you.
I like the New Day. I mean,
wow.
I don't like Miz and Morrison as the champs. And the New Day they're always great when they win. So I'll take the New Day.
I love the New Day. I'm a New Day stan. I'll ride with you guys on this. I'm going full New Day here because I just don't see Miz and Morrison. Like if Miz can't compete, I don't know how they're going to swing it. This might change by Friday. So maybe we should put our bets in now while the New Day.
That's exactly right.
You know?
That is the best take of this podcast. You got to beat the injuries. You got to get in before Vegas gets in. That's how you find value.
Absolutely. All right, Jay, hit him with the next one.
So we have Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is minus 230, and Seth Rollins is plus 160. Now Seth Rollins has a crew with him, so it's basically going to be 4-on-1.
That seems like Vegas is begging you to take Seth Rollins when they know Kevin Owens is going to win. To quote Vern, go with your head over your heart, Kevin Owens.
You know, sometimes I go heart. Sometimes I go head. I'm going head. Kevin Owens. Mikey, you sold me on that.
Why would it be you're fading me?
No, I'm riding with you.
Okay. Word. Chill.
Are we back to being vibey?
Yeah, we're vibey. We're all vibey again. Super vibey.
There we go. I like it. I'm also going Kevin Owens. I think the odds are too stacked against him. If it was just Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, I think these odds would be closer. But I do think that since the odds are stacked against him, he will pull it out. They're trying to make him an uber baby face, and it just makes the most sense to put him over on the stage. Seth has had so many great moments at WrestleMania that I don't think losing in front of no one at 36 will do anything for his legacy. Jay?
I'm 100% with you guys.
Wow,
I think it makes sense for Kevin Owens to win.
4 for 4. I like it. Kevin Owens.
I
That's the hammer lock.
I think this is my new hammer lock. Yeah, that was super convincing.
There we go.
Logging into bet right now.
I'm not.
Me too.
I'm not using mine yet. I'm saving it. But let's move on to the Raw Tag Team Championships. We've got the Street Profits, your champions, at minus 300, and Angel Garza and Austin Theory, a smorgasbord team, if you will, who was put together this past Monday because Angel Garza's initial tag team partner, Andrade, out with an injury, unable to compete. Austin Theory, the latest NXT call-up. Guys, do you smell an upset here with this mixed match team?
No, I don't want any AAA guys coming up for the Super Bowl, for the World Series. No, screw that. Fuck that. We're taking Street Profits. That's a good bet right there.
Yep. Yeah. No. Street Profits.
I bet you that's moving. I bet you the Street Profits are probably at minus 500 by now.
Really? Wow. So you're saying we should get in?
I would say get in now. You have these jabronis from NXT trying to come up to the big leagues. Please.
Wow, that's great verbiage right there. Very, very impressed.
Jay,
you're going with Street Profits too? Is that your pick?
100%. I want the smoke.
That's
we're gonna win.
We want the smoke. That is not a drug reference, by the way. You two. That is not. It is a.
That's unfortunate.
It actually could be. Who knows? All right, we're going on to a match I'm very much looking forward to. We have a Firefly Funhouse match. Unclear what that means, but we have two people, or one of these people you were very familiar with. The other, maybe not so much. We have The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and John Cena taking on one another. The Fiend is heavily favored at minus 500. John Cena, the returning John Cena, Hollywood star John Cena, at a plus 300. Guys, what are our thoughts here? Vern, you seem perturbed by this.
Would they really bring John Cena back to lose? Does that happen?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a way for them to get a character over. So, I mean, for John Cena to come back and then lose to The Fiend would be, the idea would be like The Fiend would be elevated a little bit so they can continue to build his character.
Okay. So I feel like John Cena is a sucker bet based on everything I'm seeing, but also I know John Cena, I know the music, the prank calls with the music. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's great. If not, Google it. I'll send it to you after this.
Don't care.
So I would go Bray Wyatt and like parlay it or something. I'm sad not picking John Cena.
I like it. No, it's
I feel like it's tricking me.
It's going to hurt a lot of people. Denevi, what do you got?
I'm with that. John Cena's not winning this. I'm actually seeing a lot of legends who I recognize as a casual wrestling fan being underdogs, which is super weird. Like, I feel like throughout this whole entire thing, the recognizable names have been dogs. What's going on with the WWE right now?
So
changing the guard?
I guess some context, yeah. Actually, that's what probably this is. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, is probably one of their most over characters in, I don't know, like the past year. They've been building him up since after WrestleMania last year, and his character has been incredible. You guys should check it out. It's actually super weird, super creepy, but actually just super cool as well. John Cena, obviously he doesn't wrestle full time anymore. He's making the big bucks out in Hollywood, but he does return. He loves the WWE. He does return seemingly at least once a year, and WrestleMania is kind of that stage. And there's been a lot of controversy around The Fiend because he was the WWE or the Universal Champion. I'm sorry, a few months ago when he lost to one Bill Goldberg, Vern, your friend, lost the title to him. Everyone was furious. Everyone, entire wrestling universe, pissed. Jeremy and I came on this pod, we came in guns blazing. I do think this is them giving him the torch from one John Cena, because John Cena is one of the GOATs, one of the best ever, one of the most decorated superstars, and I think this is them officially passing the torch to say, look, John's had a great run. It's now time for somebody else, and that somebody else is The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Lost?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great background.
Yeah, that was perfect.
I try.
I couldn't say it any better.
Jay,
now, would you guys parlay this with, say, Edge and Drew McIntyre? Get those odds down a little bit?
Do you feel very strongly that all three of those will win?
Yes.
I do, yeah. This is actually my hammerlock. This match is actually my hammerlock. I'm saving it.
The Fiend?
The Fiend. The Fiend is my hammerlock to win this
You
match.
got to bang the mic or give me a little tap or something. Yeah, there we go. Hammerlock. Do the hammer noise.
There it is. I'll add it in post. Maybe not. But we've got the Fiend. There it is. All right. The last match of the card. This literally took an hour to get through because that's how many matches there are on this freaking long ass WrestleMania. But it's over 2 nights. We're all quarantined. What the hell else are we gonna do? We've got a boneyard match, gentlemen.
Still have no idea what that means.
Neither of us can tell you what that means because they didn't tell us either. We've got the legend, WrestleMania legend, The Undertaker, taking on another wrestling legend, actually, in AJ Styles. The Undertaker favored at -400. AJ Styles at +250. Gentlemen, break it down for me.
The Undertaker meme is my favorite. It's in gambling
Great
Twitter.
gifts.
Yeah, in the gambling, GIF. Thank you, GIF, whatever it is, meme. In gambling Twitter, whenever you go down by like 3 scores in a football game and then you start to come back, all of gambling Twitter does the Undertaker meme where we come from back from the dead, and that is kind of stereotypical of my whole gambling career. I like to come back from the dead, so I got to ride with the Undertaker, even though the value here is sketch as fuck because you got to bet 400 to win 100, and AJ Styles is a hell of a wrestler, so I'm gonna go with my boy. That's a heart bet right there.
It's a heart bet. I like it.
Yeah, I respect Genevi's heart, but I'm not following it. Now, I'm interested in The Undertaker because it's called a boneyard match, and that feels very Undertaker-y, just based off what I know. But he's so old.
That's great analysis, actually. That's fantastic
They're
analysis.
both pretty old. Like
Is
Undertaker's like mid-50s and AJ Styles is close to 50.
No, AJ's like in his mid-40s, right? He's not
It's
that old.
close.
It's close to 50.
Does that
I mean,
change?
they're both way too old to wrestle. Like nobody wants to see the Undertaker wrestle anymore, and I foresee this being
AJ's
under 2 minutes.
AJ's still very good. Let's put
That's
that out there.
That's what my girlfriend tells me most nights.
I'm cutting that clip and putting that on social. So make sure you guys hit the retweet on that one. I'm also going in the Undertaker. There's just no way. The only thing I don't understand is why AJ was the one to challenge him to a boneyard match. I know that's probably his way of luring him in to kind of get him in his element, his zone or whatever. But yeah, the Undertaker's taken a lot of losses at WrestleMania. Well, I guess a lot. He's taken a couple losses. I don't see one of them being to AJ Styles, especially in a gimmick match. So I'm going with the Undertaker on this.
Yep, I'm with you.
Loss?
All right, so I'm 100% with you guys. I think it's Undertaker. I don't think there's any way he loses.
We've done a lot of agreeing here in the bottom half of this.
I know, it's crazy. There is one more match, but it has no odds, so we're not going to go into it.
Guys, what does that mean? When
Is
there's
it
no odds?
the Bukkake Warriors?
That's not how you say the name. It's close though. It's very close. It is.
Not that close, dude. I'm reading it right now. It clearly says Kabuki Warriors. So for somebody to mix up Kabuki with what Vern just said, they would have to be. That's it. I'm not going to go into
that. You are correct though. This match does not have odds. Not sure why. What? Because this match is official, so it's weird that this match has no odds, but Braun Goldberg does. So it is interesting. Jay, do we know why there's no odds for this match?
No idea.
That's super weird. Super weird. Guys, have you come across anything like this in like real sports where there's just no odds for?
Yeah, actually, this happens quite a bit.
Yep.
This is because everybody knows what the bet is, and Vegas is afraid of losing too much money.
Interesting.
Remember this in the Kansas in-game when I kept trying to hammer it that one day because we knew Kansas would come back, much like the Warriors during their good run. If they go down, you hammer them early.
The book takes it down.
Book takes it down because they know that everyone's taking it. So
Got it.
I don't know who
it
that,
happens.
You tell us who that would be. Do you know who that? Is there like something that sticks out? It's like, oh yeah, they're obviously gonna win, and it's not.
No.
It's not
So
fair.
No, like this one doesn't scream like the Kabuki Warriors are obviously going to win. So
Bukkake,
it's a little
thank
it's a
you.
little interesting as to why the odds aren't there.
You know, Sorry. Sometimes also books will wait to get a better read on it. They have all the power. They have all the leverage. Sometimes they will wait on a line to drop it. Not only because they think they're going to get crushed, but
it's just weird too because
they don't.
It's kind of a low profile match. So I mean, I figured they could throw some odds out there. I mean, I don't know how much WWE betting or how much attention it received on the betting end, but I don't know why they'd be kind of scared of this match specifically. That one's just a little bit weird. Maybe it's because people can't pronounce the name of one of the tag teams. That's
people can. Just one person. It's one person.
Correct.
Kabuki. That's what I said. Kabuki.
It is. That's what it's gonna be in the edit anyway.
Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah. Dudes, that's the card. And look, it's WrestleMania week is usually, this is like Christmas for me and Jeremy usually, and this year it's felt a little bit weird just with everything going on in the world, and with wrestling being one of the last surviving like live things going on, I guess you could say. I thought it would be kind of that saving grace, and I'd be more excited. Like I'm lukewarm excited about this, but it just doesn't have the same feel, obviously, because there's going to be no crowd. It's pre-taped, which is a huge bummer. But this pod with the betting odds has livened my spirits, and I think I'm all the way back, and I'm now 1,000% juiced for WrestleMania 36 because I want to see how this all shakes out.
We're so happy to have us on here, and we're gonna watch. And I'm gonna be gambling on this heavy. And I actually just got a text from a source. People call me the Woj of the gambling betting world sometimes. The two lines have moved since we started talking about this. Two lines have moved. I think we're moving lines, which actually this is interesting. A line movement means that money is coming in on the side to win. So if a line is moving heavily, it's either one, a dummy move by the sharps, or two, and most likely, like this is who you should bet on because that's what smart people are betting on. So Brock Lesnar, when we started, was at plus 225 to win. He's only down to plus 175 now. So I think Brock Lesnar. This is on Bovada. So every site could have different odds, but I do that they take heavy traffic. So I like Brock Lesnar there. And then Keith Owens, who we talked extensively about.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Who
it's cool.
Talked extensively about, was at minus 230. No, minus 160, guys.
Ooh.
So that is a huge line movement. I think it sounds like people are hammering not Keith, but Kevin Owens, and that is the one you should look out for. So those are two interesting developments since we hopped on here. But thank you all for having us on. This was lovely. I can't wait to bet on this thing.
That is all incredible, guys. Before we depart and plug our own socials and remind everyone else what to do with our pod, tell us about your guys' pod, where the people can find you on the Twitters and the Instagrams or wherever you are. So I throw it to you.
I'm going. Okay, I'm going. We are at LockyTown BR. We are Bleacher Report Betting, BR Bettings, Gambling Podcast, Sports Betting. If you liked what you heard today, a lot of betting with our hearts along with our heads, and about how betting crosses in with our everyday lives. Please come on, listen. At Mikey Locks on Twitter, at M_Vernon. That's me. And thank you guys for not only having us on, but letting us into your world. This is where you guys have been for a long time, and now the whole kind of sports community, we're looking to WWE. We're looking for all of the action this weekend. So we appreciate you guys for letting us in and not being like stuffy about it.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, you don't like wrestling, don't try and come in now. Well, a lot of people are going to hop on wrestling now because this is all we have. So let's come together as a community.
We need this.
Thank you for welcoming. I don't think you realize how badly I need this.
That was incredible. Guys, thank you again so much for hopping on. Everyone else, don't forget to subscribe to our show wherever you download your podcasts. And if you're one of our fantastic Apple Podcast users, please, please, please rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And if you're feeling spicy and if you're feeling like betting on stuff, leave a review.
And make sure you follow us on social at 2 Jabronis Pod on Twitter and Instagram and in the BR app. We'll be live tweeting the show this weekend. So make sure you follow us at 2 Jabronis Pod. You can follow me at Jeremy A. Loss, and you can follow Ben at Cruise Control. That's control with a K.
There it is. I know it's usually 2 jabronis on with this wrestling podcast. There were 4 jabronis on today. We really, really appreciate your time. As always, everyone enjoy WrestleMania week. And don't be a jabroni. Wash your hands. Stay home. And we will talk to you.
Stay safe, everybody.
We will talk to you next week. Peace.